What's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of that boy, ETV. You already know, man. We are back on Black Ops 6. And today, man, I thought I'd just take out a little bit of time to talk about something that I find a little interesting, right? And that is Prestige Mode. And I know people are probably wondering, like, what is it about Prestige Mode? I'm actually happy overall that it's back, especially that it is back in its original form, because ultimately it does give you something to get on the game and ultimately have something to play for. So that's always good to have. But with that being a thing, there's also some problems that I see with Prestige Mode, and I thought I would just throw out these couple ideas that I have that should probably either make it better or just bring up issues with it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that prestiging in multiplayer affects your loadouts in Warzone. So the other day I prestiged, hit prestige 1. I used my token on the stem shot because I want to be able to heal. And I'm like, cool. I'm in multiplayer doing my thing. Then my homeboys is like, hey, let's hop on Warzone. So on Warzone, I like to use the PP919, but you must be level, I think account level 37 or 33 in order to use the 919. So when I prestiged in multiplayer, I loaded back over to Warzone. I attempted to set up my class, and of course, lo and behold, I am now blocked from using the PP919. Now, in my head, I'm like, damn, why can't I use this? What is going on? And then I look, and it says you have to be account level, whatever it is. And it dawns on me that prestiging in multiplayer prevents you from using certain attachments and wild card, like perks, the wild cards, weapons. It stops you from using them in Warzone. To me, this is stupid. I don't understand, especially with these being two different game modes. Like, if I'm prestiging in multiplayer, let me prestige in multiplayer. But once I prestige the first time, all my weapons and gadgets should be unlocked on the Warzone end of things. Because if I'm not prestiging over, why must I handicap myself prestiging in multiplayer if it's going to handicap me while I'm playing Warzone, which is just crazy. So I really think that they should separate those. I think you should be able to continue the prestige system in multiplayer, but once you prestige the first time, I believe all gadgets on the Warzone side should remain unlocked for you. You shouldn't have to wait till you go back through the levels again. Now, the other thing about prestige modes is, well, let me put it this way. I have a homeboy, and he has been level 55 basically since the launch of the game, and I keep asking him, why are you going to prestige? Why not? And his question is always, what's the point? Right? So what is the point of prestiging? Is it worth it? Is it worth resetting yourself, losing out on certain gadgets and guns, making yourself go through the grind again? What for? Right? What is the purpose of that? So, with that being a thing, I want to take time to actually look back and see what really is the rewards for prestiging. So when it comes to the first 5 levels, right? On level 1, when you initially prestige, they give you a free skin and an unlock token. Once you complete the prestige, you get a weapon blueprint. For level 2, you instantly get a token, and at the end, you get a weapon blueprint. For level 3, you instantly get a token, and then you get a skin at the end. For level 4, you instantly get a token, followed up with a weapon blueprint, and level 5, you get a token, followed up with a skin. So with that being a thing, I'm going to say this. If the major rewards on here are unlock tokens, skins, and weapon blueprints, I'm going to just say this. I don't believe that any weapon blueprint is going to truly inspire any player to want a prestige to grab. I honestly think the only thing that will truly make someone want a prestige is probably going to be skins. So all the instant rewards, only level 1 gives you a skin when you initially prestige. So it kind of gives you an incentive. Now it does also give you the unlock token, but instead of 1 token, I think they should give you 2 tokens each time you prestige. This way you can make sure to keep your tacticals and your weapons, because at this point also I'm hindering myself from using certain weapons due to the fact that I prestige. So if you give us 2 tokens per prestige, that'll help you. That will incentivize you to continue prestige because you'll have less and less things actually locked once you do so. Now, again, I think that every time you prestige, the initial reward should either be the blueprint or a skin. I think that should always be the initial reward. This way, when you're on the prestige tracker and you're going through each level, the first thing you see on the screen is what you're getting. And a lot of times, the first thing you get is a token. So you just see a picture of something up there, and it's not till later on in the thing. So I believe every initial reward for prestige should be some type of skin or weapon blueprint. Primarily the skin, because I don't think weapon blueprints will really inspire or incentivize anyone to get on in prestige. But I'm pretty sure access to skins, especially halfway decent looking ones, will definitely inspire some players to actually get on and actually want to prestige. Now, when it comes to the tokens, again, I think they need to start giving out 2 per level instead of the 1 that they're giving you. Because, like, just for me, for example, I went to Prestige 1. I was using the 919. I had to use my unlock token so I can keep my stem shot because I like to be able to heal. But now I can't use the 919. I can't use the gunfighter perk for some of my classes. I can't use a whole bunch of things that I normally would be using. And now I'm like, damn, well, I was, weapon grinding, but I can't anymore thanks to Prestige. So again, if I had 2 tokens, I could have at least unlocked the stem shot and unlocked 1 gun so that I could at least continue that. Now, if I was just 100%, let's say someone is weapon grinding, you shouldn't be forced to use your 1 unlock token on the gun you happen to be grinding because it doesn't get unlocked until way later on into your levels. The fact that I use gunfighter on certain classes, I can't get that once I respawn, once I prestige, until way later on, like 30 something, almost 40 levels in. Like this, it completely forces you to change how you play. Now I get it. There are people up here that really enjoy, resetting all your stuff. And to an extent, I did too. I do kind of like the fact that, hey, I'm going back through and using, because when you prestige, you find yourself using lethals and tacticals you wouldn't normally use. Like I saw myself using the frag again because I'm an impact grenade guy. So I was using the frag again. I was using the Semtex and just, using different things. Even with the weapons, I had to go back and use the M4, which I hadn't used in a while. Still just as good as it was. But I've primarily been on the Krig, the AEK, and the Jackal. So, and then the 919 as of lately I haven't been able to get to yet because again I prestige and I haven't gotten back to the correct level in which to even use it. So again, prestiging slows up your grind, and if you gave us more than 1 token, I think you should give out 2 tokens per level up, and the final reward when you prestige should be the 2 tokens at the end. You should give us the skins and everything before that. At the end, just give us the 2 unlock tokens for the final reward is the 2 unlock tokens. And I wish that they would kind of explain that a little better as well, because when I first prestige, luckily I was online with somebody and they basically just said, hey, go to something and push the Y button and you'll be good to go, right? So that's basically how it worked out for me. But hey, overall, man, I am happy that prestige mode is back. I am happy that it is the classic version of it and not that bullshit they were giving us. So at the end of the day, it's always a positive for the game. But there are things about prestige mode that I think that they can improve. And again, like I said, I think that they should separate multiplayer from that of Warzone. This way, you can get prestige in multiplayer with no hindrance to you playing Warzone. Also, they need to make the rewards and incentives, especially early on, a lot more worth it. This way, players in the game actually have a reason and want to actually prestige. Because again, I have at least 2 or 3 friends that will probably never prestige because they really don't see the point. They don't see anything that's worth it, and the only skins that they do see aren't until late into the prestiging. So they're like, well, by that time, I might not even get this far, so why even bother and waste my time? So I kind of agree with them on that. But down in them comments, man, let me know. Man, I think you're right along with this prestige mode. It is good to have it back, but it needs some improvements. Or you're tripping. You don't know what you're talking about. The prestige mode is just fine the way it is, man. Or just overall down in the comments, let me know how you feel about prestige mode as a whole, man. But This has been another one of them commentary videos for y'all, and I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoyETV. Now, I'm gonna leave y'all off with the rest of this game, baby. I'm out. Peace.
Yes, they're done. Let's go.
Man, bruh.
How am I not?
How we can be at the top.
Got their marksman. Let's push.
What did you do?
Now we're having fun.
Look what the niggas at the top got.
Everyone else got 50 points.
Y'all niggas ain't got no objective time.
What you talking about?
I got the most time on the team.
I got the